Hey everybody, it's Ask the Expert time, and a new guest here on Ask the Expert from Ottawa Physiotherapy and Sport Clinics. If you've got questions about our segment, we're going to talk about a number of different things today, but mostly focusing on running. You can give us a call at 613-789-6559, extension 2803. That's 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Email us, Facebook us questions. We'd be happy to answer them today. Matthew Pullicle is here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you on here. Tell me about your facilities, Ottawa Physiotherapy and Sport Clinic. You've been around for a while?
Yeah, we've been around for 5 years. We have 3 clinics now. We have one in Barrhaven, one in Westboro, and a third one in Orleans.
Yeah.
And, well, we basically offer physiotherapy services, and because of the summer, we are focusing a little bit more on running.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do something a little different when it comes to analyzing people in their running, right? You do it outside.
Right. There's 2 ways of looking at it. When people do evaluations done on a treadmill, and there's nothing wrong with being on a treadmill, but a treadmill kind of helps you run at the same time.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to really gauge to see how you're running.
Yeah.
So what we do is I spend an hour with you in the clinic. I just basically assess you to make sure everything is the way it should be. And we take you out on the track and I run you for an hour. Mm-hmm. And I teach you, based on how you're running, to modify your drills, modify your style based on drills, just to get you running a little more efficiently.
Right, right. Without hurting yourself and getting the most out of your
exactly
out of those legs and so on, which is certainly very important with the race weekend not far off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right about now is the time we start getting in runners, and it usually starts around beginning of April. Goes pretty steady till you hit around November.
Are you seeing a lot of traffic right now?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Race weekend's a big one.
What sort of things, when it comes to running, what sort of things are people coming to see you about? Their injuries and their issues?
Lots of things, actually. It could send anywhere from your lower back, going all the way down to your foot. So your back, your hips, your knees, your thighs, shin splints, feet problems. So it's really anything is fair game from the waist down.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of that right now.
Yeah.
Are shin splints one of the prevalent ones?
Shin splints is very common. Knee problems are also very common.
I know some people who run around here in the building, you know, and well, outside the building. Shin splints is one of their common issues that they seem to be having.
And yeah, and the thing is with shin splints, it's a pretty complex scenario because the shin splint is basically pain between your knees and your ankle. So there's a whole bunch of things that can happen in there. And usually, you know, whatever imbalance is or whatever your style is in terms of running, any one of those things can be adjusted or rehabbed and get you running better.
I know you're focusing on running right now, but you do all kinds of physiotherapy at your clinics,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it mostly sports related?
I would say we've got 2 or 3 branches basically. The first joint we treat is the one in your jaw, and everything all the way down to your baby toe is fair game. So we treat anything from there. It deals with orthopedics, neurological issues, sport injuries, a lot of post-surgical people. We've got physios who are affiliated with Gymnastics Canada, the Olympics, pro teams. We've got physios that work specifically with surgeons for post-surgical scenarios.
Right.
So, and everything in between.
Yeah, because there's different aspects of what's generally known as physiotherapy, right? I mean, there's clinics like yours, and then there's related topics and different things that all fall under the same umbrella. Right. Like you mentioned, post-surgical. Mm-hmm. That could be completely different from other parts of physiotherapy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, again, just giving a range, our youngest patient at this point has been 3 months, and our oldest was 102.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big range, Matthew.
Yeah, it's a long one. So.
And why is that? Because of the different issues that people have when it comes to injuries and recovery.
Yeah. You know, depending on your age, depending on your level of activity, depending on whatever is wrong, there's going to be some problems, and we're here to help you.
Yeah, simple as that, right?
Pretty much.
And a lot of what it seems to me, you know, from a layman's point of view when it comes to physiotherapy, is working through issues and finding different avenues to get through those issues with the health of the patient in mind, correct?
Right.
So you've got to oftentimes design ways or come up ways, think of ways to help that patient through what you know in education through physiotherapy, correct?
Right. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, let's say, Kurt, you come in and you've got some knee pain.
I do, as a matter of fact, Matthew. It's funny you should ask.
And you know, the way we would rehab you relative to someone who is, I don't know, an NHL hockey player, it's not going to be the same, but it's kind of the same all at the same time in theory, right?
Yeah.
So our approach to you is going to be specific for you, obviously, and our approach to Joe hockey player is going to be specific for him or her as well.
Exactly. Well, if you can, you know, do something about arthritic knees, and I'm sure you can. We're going to talk specifically about running, though, in the next segment. So if you're involved in Tamarack Race Weekend in any way here in the nation's capital, or you have running questions in general, now is the time to ask questions. We're going to have a little demonstration here and the kind of thing that Matthew and his team do at their clinic. So